Finally, it's here. The LOI TV podcast, episode 1. And we're gonna promise from the start that we're not gonna strictly talk about League of Ireland. We are gonna talk about other topics as well. I'm joined today by Tig and Griff from LOI TV as well. We're gonna look into getting guests as well in the future. So if you have any recommendations for guests we could get on, leave it in the comments. And if we asked for questions on Twitter as well.
Didn't get much response.
Not much of a response. So next week, obviously, hope that will change. How are we, lads?
Not too bad. Feeling
Just
good
back from Cork.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
The heads are still recovering a little bit.
Oh fuck! Jesus Christ! Hey, got a new League of Ireland TV mugs just made especially for the podcast. Nice and fresh out there.
If you want to start selling them, let us know as well.
Yeah, we can open up a merch store and start selling our mugs. We're also getting Umbro jackets in. Thanks to Umbro for that.
Sponsored deal.
Sponsored by League of Ireland TV jackets. We also might be able to get them into a merch store, but probably a long way away.
We're going to do a giveaway on Twitter, but then we realised we probably don't have the traction to do that.
Yeah, but I'm excited about getting them anyway. Because it just makes it look a lot more professional. So it's like the mic and stuff and everything like that. It just
look to get a new mic soon as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
Some serious audio troubles.
Anyway, we do a weekend run up anyway.
Yeah, look at the games. Interesting set of results.
Yeah, first game, Cork won. Dundalk 0. Obviously, we're at that. We'll probably do a bit more in detail. We obviously made a video about that. Well, we got a fan reaction video and everything from that, so that's on the YouTube channel. Then Bray and Limerick. Limerick beat Bray 1-0.
Yeah, huge win for Limerick. Bray had a chance to win as well.
Relegation 6 points.
Yeah, it's a huge game. Limerick won the reverse fixture, didn't they, as well? In Limerick.
The fact Bray had a penalty as well, missed it.
Bray actually
kicking themselves,
playing well. They picked the points against Rovers and then losing 1-0 at home to Limerick. It's massive. So they actually could have probably maybe pushed up to the 9th place.
Yeah.
I was thinking that Limerick was surely going to go 9th. Because Sligo were there, sitting there, and I don't know. I thought they were going to slide in, but that's a huge win. I think that's really going to help them in the future anyway.
It's a big confidence boost. Because Bray were actually on decent form after the Rovers. A bit of a high after the Rovers win and stuff like that.
A 1-0 loss, they probably would have like a few weeks ago. They almost would have taken that because they were just getting hammered week in week out, and they just no hope. But obviously, I don't know.
Not really looking.
It's a change of management, doesn't it? They did sack the manager, didn't they?
So.
No, they employed one of the first team coach who actually follows us on Twitter. So shout out to him.
Legend.
But yeah, no.
Should have asked us a question.
What's it? 4 points from 13 games or 12 games is a bit not great to start off the season, but I mean, yeah, sure. Look, was it 13, 14 games?
Yeah, it's very intense now. It's 4 points, 8 points behind Sligo in 9th. And Limerick have a game more played, but they're on 13.
If Limerick had lost, they'd be on 10, and Bray would be on 7 within a win.
Literally 6 point game.
Massive.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I'd be very worried now. That was one of those games that could have literally shifted the title of the season. That could maybe got them to the 9th, and then they had the chance in the playoffs. It was
such a confidence boost.
But huge win for Limerick all the same. And
dire straits, really.
Yeah,
they're by far the weakest side in the league, right?
If
you look at funding as well, I mean, they just don't have the kind of the funding to really.
If anything, they're looking for
teams,
they're looking for 9th, at this stage. There's no way they're gonna push past that.
There's no one I can see them.
Unless one of those teams goes on a shocking run,
it's possible, but
it's
unlikely.
We haven't been to an actual Limerick game. The only game I was at, Bows versus Limerick, and neither teams were really out of that game. It was 0-0. Yeah. I think Bows probably were the better team on the night. Limerick didn't really show up. But yeah,
it's quite a similar standard. Even I think the level on points actually, I think Bows Limerick they're just a similar kind of. I don't know.
There's just 9 goal difference separating them.
That was always a show for the Dublin derby, but
strange one. They showed up at the weekend. Actually, I think that's the next game we're going to talk about. Pats and Bows 2-2. Bows was a 90th minute, was it?
90th
minute. We were about to do a weekend.
Goals,
we were about to do a weekend roundup after our Cork video at the end of the video, and then we realised that some of the games were still on. It was 2-1 to Pats at the time. Good thing we didn't do it. They love it. They love a late goal. They love a late goal
because I mean, Pat's got a man sent off fairly early. I think it was in the second half, and they were 2-0 up, and then.
Pats have a habit. When we went to the Pats game, they just started off so strongly. They just really should have put that game to bed against Waterford. We have a video about that. Another video of fan reactions.
Not a bad team. I just don't think they really. I think
because all the fans were so optimistic. All the fans kept saying to us, pushing for Europe and stuff. We'd be happy with Europe, but
I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, with the other team, the talent of the other teams in the league, especially with like Waterford, Harry and the Boar about like coming back a bit quicker now, and like and Waterford they had the money, they're coming into that club like.
They've Waterford on a poor run though.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, they got seriously
that
done
results
over.
The weekend as well. We'll talk
They
about that.
They got pretty done over after the whole brawl.
Yeah, 6 games
Cork.
for a ball.
6 games is ridiculous.
I think it's got reduced now.
It's a 3
I'm not sure.
now or something. I think
is it temporarily reduced or something? I don't know.
I think Harry's back next game. Isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's back on Monday. Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was a big loss though. Seriously big loss.
I think their confidence might have taken a hit from the start of the season now.
Yeah, definitely.
After these disappointing results, even the
Well,
performance.
it's obviously the what was I going to say? You put it on an Instagram story. The discipline,
exactly,
we watched the game against Pats, 2 men sent off, the 4 game suspension, 6 game suspension, and the manager Alan Reynolds got sent off as well.
It's an issue.
Couldn't really. I tried to ask someone, one of the Waterford fans about that.
Trying to set an example, manager getting sent off.
I
tried to ask one of the Waterford fans about that, what they thought about it. You fucking had to run for a bus, made an absolute fool of myself. That's in that video as well. At the end. But
I do think Pats. They have a lot of young James.
I thought they were really good when we saw them. And what's the fella do you like
Dean
on the?
Clark,
no, Dean Clark was really good. What's the fella do you like though? Usually plays in the right wing, and he wasn't playing that day.
Conor Byrne was it?
Yeah, and he wasn't playing or something. They were still doing quite well on the wings.
Jake Keegan's in good form as well.
Yeah,
scored.
Did he miss a penalty? Did he? Or did he?
I think he might have missed it, but he scored there against Bowes. So.
Just getting a phone call there. Just ignore that.
Oh, absolutely lovely. But and then up north as well, Derry was it 0-0 against Shamrock Rovers. I mean, it's not a bad result for either side.
Well, yeah, Derry have been
Derry have been pretty good.
Lost at home all season.
Had a great home form.
And Rovers they needed something. I think Bradley was on the edge there. If he had lost another one,
they'll take that down.
Yeah, if they had lost another one, I think he would have been really. He kind of had to go,
but he's in.
I remember we ran a poll after they lost against Bray on Twitter, which got, I think it was 200 votes or something. It was pretty and it was something 60% for him to go, for him to be fired. I mean, already you can see they're pretty it's only 13 games in the season. There's still quite a while to go. And they're already calling for his head, which kind of shows the expectations. I mean, they've had
as well, but no.
Well, some of his performances haven't been good enough. The 2 Bowes games isn't both of them.
Losing to Bray as well.
And Bray, jeez, it's the only win they've had all season, bottom of the table. But then they pick up points in that game against Derry, and they picked up points at home to Dundalk as well.
Aaron McAduff at the moment in incredible form as well with Derry.
Yeah.
Playmaker.
Well, I really want to go up and see Derry. It's just we actually can't make the game. We were talking about going to either the CORK game or the Dundalk game in a couple of weeks. But
did you see actually there was a thing on Twitter where people were tweeting because these young lads from Shamrock Rovers stole a banner.
I saw that.
Did you see that? Yeah, it was going mad, and they were all tweeting can someone get in contact with these young lads and tell them to return the banner? And it was just it was just one lad and 12 of his mates holding up this banner on their Instagram story.
It's Gerard Doherty's testimony or something.
Yeah.
Return or something.
It'd be good to go up and see Derry soon, but obviously we're not going to go up to see Derry versus Bray or something. You just know it's going to be 3 or 4-0 win or something. I
don't know, even when we were looking at the fixtures, we'll talk about that in a bit of a while, but I mean there's not really we're going away obviously early June, we're going away for a few weeks, so we won't be able so unless
I think we miss it. We're away during the Derry are playing Waterford actually up in Derry, but we're going to miss that game as well. And then, that's another place you want to go to is Waterford, and then Limerick as well. I wouldn't mind seeing Limerick and Bray in the 3rd game. They're playing up in Limerick or down in Limerick even.
Marketsfield.
Bit of a fortress.
I wouldn't mind to be honest, but I mean there's just loads of stuff going on right now,
obviously money
away.
As well, we're not loaded, we've enough to get.
Let's get that sponsorship deal.
If anyone's looking out there and sponsoring,
need to start making that YouTube money.
Yeah, in fact. Anyway, and the last game is Waterford and Sligo 1-1. Shocking result for Waterford. Another poor one after. Since that CORK game, everything's gone downhill. Even though they won that game.
Sligo a bit of an upturn in form recently, and
it's a great result for them.
They're much better away from home than they are at home. I think they've only won 1 game.
I thought they were alright when we went to see them. They're
not bad.
They didn't look like a team that could get relegated. And they have money and they have fans.
And they have Adam Morgan.
Adam Morgan, class goal.
I mean, they haven't got a bad team. It's just, I don't know. It's something at home, like
they lack that clinical edge.
They can't
What's
get.
the thing about Rafael Quintero again?
Oh yeah,
Congratulations to him.
Quintero,
18th now.
friend of the channel. Yeah.
Friend of the channel.
He was he
18th on all-time appearances in League
appearances.
He has like 406 appearances, which to be fair is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I think he's played for Sligo Rovers all his career, apart from he went to Bowes for a season.
A few clubs, I think. He was at Pats, was he?
He was at, I think he was up in. He was definitely played for. I think it was Bowes for a season, and then he hated it there, and he went home, and he's just been up and around.
I think he's a coach at under 19s as well, or something like that.
Yeah, no, he's a good player. Like he's always been a good player, but
getting on now.
Can you spell his name there?
Quintero there with 1 T.
Really?
Yeah, but
it's a great point for Sligo though to go to Waterford.
Should you
Pick
get
that up?
Wikipedia here or something?
It's a great result to get.
Is Wikipedia in Italian?
Is it?
Yeah.
Surely not. Sligo, Galway, Sligo again, and Bowes, and then back to Sligo. I thought he was at Pats for some reason. It's the same kit basically, isn't it? More or less the same thing. Galway. Oh, actually, Galway's another team. I hope Galway get promoted this year. I know I don't see them see Shells go up as well because it's really close to us. But Galway, it's a great place to go for an away game. Like, it's a really good place to go.
The fans were actually making a lot of noise at top of the park.
Yeah,
there's a lot of noise
in a second league game, like
exactly.
going to
Shells. You see, at loan actually. At loan.
Oh god!
I actually feel really
because you
sorry.
can't get relegated, so it's just
you can't get relegated
because
I don't think you can because you have to. In order to be into the thing, like Malahide United are in the fucking the division below that, but you can't go into the League of Ireland without a certain amount of money and stuff. It's too expensive.
No, they're not doing well at all. They're all the way down.
I think they had 1 point, just an odd. I remember looking at the odds for Athlone. They were home to Shells. It was 22 to 1.
They lost the thing. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm not going to try and pretend I actually know, but they lost.
Yeah, we haven't paid a lot of
7-0, 8-0 or something the last week. Jake O'Connor, do you know Jake O'Connor? He's played. He's
9 games.
Yeah, he plays.
They've 9 games, 1 point, minus 33 goal difference.
Oh, it's shocking, and I feel really sorry for them because on Twitter their fans are just they're not even up. They're not even angry. They're just this is really sad because I remember in 1981 or something, AC Milan played at loan in the UEFA Cup, and it was there's pictures of actually it could have been earlier than that. Don't really know the date, but it was Trapattoni played and at loan and all this, and there's a picture of them coming off the bus, and then what's it a few decades later, and they're literally rock bottom.
They're in FIFA there a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
They were decent, say.
Oh yeah, they were a good side. Most teams have had their day in the league.
That's the thing. Even you can look at Shelbourne a few years ago. I mean,
Shelbourne.
Who
the hell are they now?
Shelbourne. No, but I mean, they were always early 2000s. They were always the biggest club in Ireland.
Big following and stuff. It's their location and everything as well. They're close to us. Most people from us would be Shells or Bowes.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is where we are. I mean, there's no real kind of big League of Ireland following because there's no real local team. There was a few years ago with Sporting Fingal, but that was they only lasted 2 years, 3 years, didn't they?
Shells are closest.
Yeah, Shells are closest, and then it's Bowes, Pats. I mean,
Shells probably wrote a few goals, but still a good following up in there in the first division.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so we move on to our trip to Cork. First, we'll talk about the game. Looking 1-0. Great goal. First half was shocking. I really enjoyed it.
Cork were absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans said themselves it was McNamee was on the right.
Yeah.
And once they moved to McNamee off the right, they just had so much.
He's crucial.
He was just so much more involved, and he just doesn't play on the right wing.
He's a very clever midfielder.
And we kept talking about Sadlier. We look like idiots. We were talking about Sadlier in all the pre-match interviews. Scott just didn't start. But it didn't make sense because he didn't come on until the last 15 minutes or something, and it was after they went 1-0 up. I didn't.
He must have a problem. Must be a problem with Caulfield or something. There must be some little issue going on there or something.
Well, he's one of those players that I would expect to be in England. He's probably one of the best players in the league.
He's a
I think he can have those kind of.
Yeah, he goes missing.
They have got a lot of attacking options
out there out in Bray. I remember he got on the ball a few times and he just kind of he didn't look great. He lost the ball a few times and stuff like that.
Must be something going on.
Then he picks up the ball and scores from 30 yards out. I think it's one of those players
No, what was it? The game against Dundalk. We weren't able to go to because remember we were supposed to go. You can't get trains home to Dublin. We're all obviously in Dublin, Malahide. You can't get trains home from Dundalk after about 10 o'clock. so we couldn't go to the game.
Yeah.
And if we did,
Or after it was a half an hour.
You wouldn't even get,
We would have to stay overnight in
We've actually got
Dundalk,
a
and we
few
just
away
hadn't planned it.
days.
Like,
it's a stress.
That's Ramada.
but yeah, in that game, Kieran Elliott was useless. Like, he gave away the ball almost every time he got it. He's kind of like
Cork,
if you watch the English league, like Wilfried Zaha, like he gets on the ball so much and he's so like vital to the team, but then he just loses it all the time. It's so frustrating to watch. Like I imagine John Coffey is not really the kind of guy to like have the patience for it. Like he's not used to that kind of football. Like,
he's brought in Carl Shepherd and Carl Shepherd.
He's been kept out of the team. Like, he's a great player.
He played well on it. He put the ball into the box. He nice little move, and he got the ball into the box for the goal.
And the goal was a cracking finish, like on the volley. I'm not sure to deflect in. I couldn't really see it.
Went straight through. I think it was through a lot of bodies. So
so it could have hit someone. Like, yeah, he dived quite late. But he's a really good keeper. Like
he's a very good goalkeeper. Yeah.
A lot of experience. It was a great trip overall though. I really enjoyed it. Like,
great win for Cork though.
Huge. And the title race, obviously, like you can't stress like those kind of games enough. Yeah, because they were slipping a bit, and then
6 points up the top nearly.
Yeah, well, 3 points in the lead now. Like,
in terms of the actual like, I wasn't there obviously, but it looked like the atmosphere was probably the best.
Oh, it's definitely the best. Season. Like I said it in the video that's on our channel now. Yeah, the atmosphere was unbelievable. Like
it's a nice stadium as well.
It's probably one of the best atmospheres I've seen. Like I've been to like the game we all went to Ireland versus Wales in Cardiff, and that's like the best. There's an away atmosphere though. The best home atmosphere I've ever seen. It's better than anything I've seen in the Aviva anyway.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah, it's good every year in the shed end as well, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't even know where we were going. Like, we just strolled in. We didn't even get a seat. Like we were standing on the stairs. At the shed.
That's probably what you get though. Like I mean, you get that a lot with like kind of lower league clubs in England, and it's something that we kind of see the odd time in Ireland, but we should probably see it more. It's like you have proper football fans. It's not commercialised. You know, if you go over to England, and I remember even like I've been to an Arsenal game in like a good 5 years or something, but you go in and it's like obviously I'm an Arsenal supporter in terms of an English club, but I mean it's just like it's too commercialised. Do you know? I mean it's quiet because you're just kind of filled with people who are like there for a holiday. Do you know, it's not fans who are there like every single week in, week out. Exactly. You see it at Bows. Bows have like a pretty good atmosphere every single week. They usually get a good
depends.
crowd.
It depends on the game and like the day and stuff as well. It's because they have to put them on Friday nights.
There's only one stand in the dressing room.
And then when we went to Sligo, like there was a lot of kids there, like it was like it wasn't really.
It's a good thing to see.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of fans there.
It's not really. It's not really. Like
it's not really something that like instill fear into your team.
Section of ultras.
Like the goal, the behind the goal was empty. The Dundalk fans were like fucking roaring that whole game.
Even
so we met them a few of them before the game. They were in like
when I watched the video, like and you were interviewing one of the Cork lads, and one of the main things he goes, "Oh yeah, well we're playing in front of the shed next half, so hopefully." And
he does. He scores 70% of the 80%.
Exactly, like you know, I mean, it does make a huge difference.
Well, obviously that's one of the biggest games of the season. We might not get that every time we go down to Cork, but like that was
it's one of those things. Like the atmosphere nearly sucks the ball
because it was such a big game. Like it was literally just jammed. Like
because Cork first half that you couldn't get out their half. Like every time they got the ball in the final third, they'd lost.
That's the thing. Like because we the Dog fans were singing the whole game, but we just couldn't hear them. Like.
Yeah, exactly. There wasn't many.
So I said something about it and thing like, I don't know. Well, we were.
They filled up their allocation more or less, but.
The two of us were fucking plastered in the video. Like you can tell like sometimes like there's a few bloopers. Like I called a few Cork fans, some Dog fans, and everything. That's a brilliant. We had still a great time. Like, but the only problem was after the game, we went home. We went back to the hostel, whatever. We threw our bag in. We tried to find even a late bar, like a club. Friday night, like everywhere is 23s. I get that. That comes with like, same thing happened in Sligo. It comes with like being because the Cork IT and like it's a student.
I mean, Cork's bigger. Like Cork's like second biggest city.
I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really nice city.
I mean, I mean, Sligo. The problem was everywhere was 21s, and there really wasn't.
There was like one place we asked like every taxi driver, and they were like Garvogs. Where we went to 21s. Like just couldn't get in. Like we're all 19. Like
and then we went to places with 18.
The bouncers look at you and they're like they
think about it. Maybe.
And then we went to a place which was bloody 18, so it's full of old people. 45-year-old women.
We went into
not my scene.
Like we found some mad weird bar in Cork. You just strolled in and it's just like singing songs.
Yeah, it's the only place that let us in. It was like devil place and all. And then we went to another place and it was like closing time. Like by the time we got found a place, like we were walking around Cork. Yeah. Then we went back to our hostel and it was open till like 1 a.m.
Yeah, so that's the residents.
Yeah, so we got a few drinks anyway. But
anyway. The vodka tastes like water, but it's fine. Little difficulty there. Camera battery ran out. camera battery ran out of battery. Is that what happened?
The battery of the camera ran out.
Battery of the camera ran out. As I was saying, the vodka wasn't vodka in our house. But yeah, move on to the next thing, is it?
Yeah, well, I was going to talk about how the interviews in Cork, like, it's gas getting interviews with some people, because you just find these people just absolute punters. Like, there's no other way to describe them. Like,
exactly.
Like, either you get lads that are just locked and start shouting, and then there's like, you get our lads. And it's like, do you remember the fella we got at the end? He's in the video. He started talking about where he's from and all. He's like, oh, I live in West Cork now.
Oh, yeah,
I'm from Dundalk. I joined the Navy there. I was like, I was just trying to get into
Cove Ramblers fan.
Yeah,
he was a Rambler.
It's like he was wearing Dundalk hat and a Dundalk jersey. I'm a Cove Ramblers fan. Like, where are you?
They're not doing too great, are they? A
bit of a comical moment at the end, is it?
Was it?
Bit of a comical.
Oh yeah, he starts saying something. I go, oh yeah, thanks for that. Should have get him to stop. Like, most of it. It's the thing when you go down the country though. Everyone there is so nice. Like it's so much easier to get them when you're in Dublin.
Hot stuff, yeah.
Like you don't get many lads in Dublin because like most of them are just like fuck off. Like and then but like when you're in Cork now, they love it. Like they love seeing the camera and everything, Sligo and everything like that. When I say down the country, obviously we're in Cork City. It's not really down the country at all. But like you know what I mean? Like just outside of Dublin, people are just nicer.
Because on the Cork thing as well. Because I sent an email to Cork that week or whatever, asking for
like is there any chance at all we can meet the players and all that.
Because it was so cool with Charles being able to do that and stuff.
Yeah,
I know there's
like,
it was kind of a fair kind of. It was
obviously a huge game.
Actually, I replied.
The weird thing was that they were like, "Oh, the players aren't available for interview on match day and everything." It's like they're not celebrities, like Barry McNamee, like.
Cracking player,
Cristiano Ronaldo, like, but at the same time, obviously, it's fair enough. Also, big game.
Maybe if it was another game, like or something, or a League Cup game or something.
They're trying to psych them out before.
It's like you need media credentials and everything. It's like, what credentials do we have? Like,
we set this up when we were in the pub.
We have 350
Actually, side note, when me and Ross were doing, and we had an interview. I had an interview in Colosh Dude. It wasn't really an interview. It was just like two lads that we knew. They were doing their journalism piece and they asked us to kind of do an interview with us, and the first thing they did was like Ross sat down and they were like, so how did you think of the idea? And Ross was like, yeah, well actually we were down the pub one night.
Very good story.
Well, nice way of saying I was absolutely locked, and I was like, yeah, this is a great idea.
That's what we love doing those trips, like, because like not only is it like great experience getting fans and all, and going to the games, like just seeing, like, because it's actually I know like people take the piss out of this league a lot, but like we started watching it a lot this year, and it's actually really enjoyable. Like that game was a really good. I know I keep saying the first half was crap. Like the second half was really good to watch. Like, really good, and the atmosphere and everything. Like just like
good
it's
excuse
like
to get away,
like especially you want to go over to like a like the Premier League or something. It's so expensive. Like like that. So it's good that like we actually have a league here. It's like people just do take the mick out of it though. Like,
because if you fill out the stadiums, that brings in revenue for the club. Like, and that's kind of what's
important. Like, we're trying to make it a bit more relevant for people our age. Like, obviously, because like remember we used to interview the Shells guy who was trying to get the social media side. Like, the club's like a dinosaur.
They
kind
of get a team sheet.
They don't put team sheets up on Twitter. Like,
I saw the last thing was like team sheet, and it was like 15 minutes in 0-0. It's like 15 minutes into the game they're putting a team sheet up. Like, easy stuff like that.
No, but like even like Dundalk, like we haven't been to Oriel Park yet, and Dundalk follow us on Instagram, and like they replied to our story the other night with the game and everything. Like,
I don't know.
When we were in
it's kind of a cycle, because if you don't have the money, then you won't be able to invest in someone who's going to be, taking over social media.
But that's not even a big thing though. It's such a small thing.
Actually, it is a small thing to do.
It's just not very cleverly run.
Yeah, exactly.
Your man at Chelsea, I feel like he'd do it nearly. Like he wouldn't even get paid, but he'd do it just for the local club.
And I'm not being discriminating, but he's probably some like, I don't know, kind of older fellow who just doesn't really understand.
Exactly,
I mean, Twitter nowadays and like Facebook and Instagram is kind of like a big medium for fans to get involved. Exactly, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
actually, like Twitter. Once we like got on Twitter and you start taking it over, and like because Griff runs our Twitter, you started like just spamming Twitter, and eventually we got like 300 followers. Like it took like 3 weeks, but like it took us how long?
The interest is there. I mean,
how long have we been doing the channel? 3 months.
3 months.
We only have like more followers on Twitter than we have.
No, actually, the YouTube has more followers. It's like we have like 340 followers on Twitter, and like to be fair, I mean the interest is there because you have fan pages like Domestic Ireland. Shout out to them actually. And then
Dundalk podcast as well. Like the bigger clubs have like their
they have like 5,000 followers. Like, Do you know what I mean? Like the interest is definitely there.
That's what you want.
I mean, it's just and like the thing is, it's kind of a tight knit community. Like everyone kind of wants to see each other like kind of grow. First tweet I ever put out was any likes or retweets would be really appreciated.
That first tweet has like loads.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 40 retweets.
And people love polls as well. Like people love a good poll, even if they don't know what they're talking about. Like all the fans is like a poll shared. Yeah.
Well, no, the whole Shells experience.
Shout out, actually.
The Shells game was a great experience. Even in the gantry and everything was great.
Yeah, sad I missed that. It was working.
Do you know who I'd like to see back at Shelburne?
Who?
Wes Houlihan. I'd love to see him play.
We'll talk about Wes in a minute, but we're gonna say the next trips away. We really want to see. We mentioned earlier we want to see Derry and we want to see Waterford. And then there's Limerick as well. It is just expensive and we're all most of us are working, so it's hard to get time off work and everything. So it would be good to go more games and stuff but it's just not feasible. So people are wondering why we don't go to games every week, or we sometimes we miss a Monday game. It's people are just working and it's just really difficult. That's why sometimes they have games on Friday and it's how is someone going to get from Limerick to Bowes on a Friday night quarter eight it's they finish work at 5. They barely cut it they would not make that game.
No, you wouldn't. It's insane. I mean,
that's why Sligo games are always on Saturday and stuff, but it
is a good weekend away, but it takes it's even it's Ireland's a small country, but it still takes a good bit of planning. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, 230 kilometres away at least.
Yeah, exactly, and it's fun getting a train and stuff.
Especially for the Dundalk fans, we're obviously in Dublin, so it's a bit easier for us. But to be fair to them, you kind of to be fair. No, you kind of got to respect the fact that they're still travelling out. It's 9 to 5. I said earlier, it's a 9 to 5 job, and then they're travelling out to bloody Sligo to see their team playing some little. True, man. True.
We're
gonna miss 2 weeks in June as well, which is a bit annoying. But we're probably gonna hopefully get some filler videos in.
Yeah, we'll do a vlog every day or something like that.
Robbie Benson exposure.
Daily vlogs.
Bratislava fan TV.
Yeah, we'd love to go to a game over there. We're going around Eastern Europe, but I think all the seasons are finished.
Tattoo
in June, so. Yeah.
I think we should go back to Wes Houlihan. I think we should. Wes Houlihan.
Retired from commercial.
Republic of Ireland legend.
Goal against Sweden, never forget.
Euros, I think he's retired from international football, hasn't he?
Yeah, he retired last year, didn't he?
Last year, and then
he's leaving Norwich.
City announced there at the weekend with a lovely tweet. All lowercase.
There's a nice tribute from the fans. That picture was they had the West Field and the fans were holding up.
10 years has been there, I think it is.
It's been there for years. They've been up and down. He's been up and down twice, hasn't he?
Even League One.
He's a solid player. He's always been a solid player. You never really got a look in Ireland properly until he was kind of older.
It's great. He's great with Chelsea the whole time, to be fair to him.
He's coming back, that's what I hear.
I remember he got spotted. I think he was playing against Gary Neville. He actually was doing him in on the left hand side. That's what I got noticed.
Yeah. That's what most of us get noticed. Just playing against a big team. That's what happened with Ronaldo. That's how United signed Ronaldo. Lisbon played against Ronaldo. Played against United. He was at Shels for about 4 years. He was at Livingston. He was on loan at Blackpool. Signed for Blackpool, and then went to Norwich in 2008. Yes, he's been there for 10 years.
320 league appearances and 46 goals. That's pretty good.
He's 43.
43 games for Ireland.
Yeah, which it seems like more, but obviously it's not many games in a year. But 3 goals. For Ireland, I don't know. He was something on the pitch,
that goal against Sweden.
Remember what was? I think he came off the bench against. It was an away game, Germany, was it? And he crossed ball in for John O'Shea.
Yeah.
Did
he get the assist for the? Oh no, it was Robbie Brady. No. The Robbie Brady goal against Italy, was it Wes that whipped that in?
It was Wes.
I think it was. Yeah.
That was a great ball. He's always has that bit of creativity, but something different on the pitch,
solid player.
It's great.
It's sad that he just got in too late. I think
he could have had a lot more to give the game or something like that. But I think he had a good career. To be fair, solid English club to be playing with.
I mean, he hasn't?
It's good to see players that started in this league and in the League of Ireland and then coming out
that's
making a real impact in the English.
He came over and it's kind of gives he came over when he was 2008 and just have signed for Norwich in 2008, so he would have been 25 at the time, which is pretty late as you kind of come.
320 appearances for Norwich with 46 goals, it's decent for attacking midfielder. Say a lot of them are off the bench as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of them are Premier League appearances and stuff.
Great. He's just so clever on the ball, and he has in fairness, I remember Eamon Dunphy loves him, isn't it? I think Eamon Dunphy absolutely loves him. No, but he's just always because Ireland doesn't have that type of player. They just aren't gifted.
Yeah, that's why I always say when are we gonna get our Mo Salah or fucking Gareth Bale or something like that? Like it's
it's a bit. I don't know.
Replacing him now in Ireland's team.
If you look at the under-21s team, there just isn't that much there. I mean,
we got the Hale brothers.
I don't know. We got like Declan Rice.
Yeah, like if players come up, like the only world class player really, like maybe like is James Coleman, but like.
He's not even that young anymore.
Injury, like. No, I'm just saying.
He's the only kind of world class.
Like, he's at the top level of football, and he's like playing every week, and he's one of the best players on the pitch. Like most games he plays, like he's we were talking about signing him after that injury. Like it's
the injury was obviously massive.
But it's good to see him come back now. He's played a good few games at the end of this season. Everton was struggling well. Like I don't know, he's a good manager for it. He's an experienced guy.
They're up in 8th or 7th or something as well. So they're doing well.
They'll pull back in now. I think they won't. They probably won't like. They won't push for Europe because they're too far behind Burnley and stuff.
They had a terrible start, but
it's good to see him come back. There's a horror injury, like shocking for our hopes. Like he would have probably a lot more
against Denmark would have made a difference. Like,
a lot more experience and stuff.
Just needed 5 goals against Denmark at home.
Even just the leadership in range, just looking to your right and seeing Seamus Coleman there gives you that bit of confidence, doesn't it? So I've seen Cyrus Christie there instead.
Absolute liability. Well, I don't know why Christie was playing. Matt Doherty was at Wolves, and like I think Matt Doherty's a cracking player. Like Wolves Player of the Year, I think twice, and playing like every week for Wolves. They actually won the league this year, like. And Christie was even playing for that Derby or Middlesbrough. I know. So I know Randolph's at Middlesbrough. There's a few at Preston. You know, Shonny Maguire's at Preston.
Preston talking about signing Graham Cummins as well.
Allegedly. Well, Cummins is not up to that standard at all. I don't think. Like he's a good player, but it takes like it's a big step. Like Preston are 7th or 9th in the league or something. They're 2 points off promotion.
There's just not really any.
Yeah, they have to win and they have to lose. I don't think
it's happening.
There's not really any players in the Premier League who are Irish, which is kind of sad. I mean, we got Declan Rice, as I said earlier.
You had said the thing. It was like Conor Masterson. He was on the bench.
It was the first.
He went straight from Lucan to Liverpool, like or something. Or
it was
Liverpool, and then
first time that an Irish player has been in the knockout stages of the Champions League since John O'Shea
or Darren Gibson.
Darren Gibson actually. In 2009 or something.
Fun fact: I've nutmegged him at under 13.
Allegedly, no one's there. But like that's pretty pathetic. Like one player. Like I know we're a small country and everything.
We'll get him on
he's nowhere near getting into that team either. Really. Like,
but he was starting on a bench quarter-final of the Champions League.
That's really good. But
might go on loan or something.
The fact that I don't think he's in the Ireland under 21 squad, which is weird, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think he's.
I don't know. I think he was wasn't he? He was the captain of Liverpool's under 19 squad.
I think he was. I think they just need to fill it.
It's weird that if he's not in the Ireland under 21s, that's weird, isn't it? Considering he's the captain.
Ireland under 21s.
But Ireland
don't have a particularly.
Ireland has this habit of like.
That's why you should be.
Like there's always like a player like has a fight with a manager or something. Like I don't know how Matt Doherty was in the team. There must be something to him and Martin O'Neill that kept him out of that team because he was much better than Christie.
He's in the squad now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been on the bench a few times now. But like for that qualifying campaign, I don't know how Christie played.
Christie is watching him on the ball is the most frustrating thing.
Doherty has come alive this year, though. He hasn't. He's still out a bit more.
I think he's been good for a few seasons. Like he actually grabs a goal every so often as well. Like you right?
Sorry, Luke just mouthed something at me now.
Who's Luke?
Our producer.
It's
beer in hand.
Mention there.
Producer sitting behind the camera, just doing nothing.
Just ring on.
But like it's kind of a bit tragic situation for Irish football at the moment.
Like the future. There's just Shonny Maguire there. Like I think he should have got a bit more time. Like, I don't know. Obviously, Robbie's gone now. Robbie Keane. He went like a bit ago.
He's looked a bit out of his depth for Ireland a little bit though.
Oh, but like he's one of those players. He just gets a chance to score. Like.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know Shonny Maguire.
Oh
yeah, I think he did a bit. Like he was like.
I was thinking from Robbie Keane, did you?
Yeah, no, because like Robbie Keane, like we just miss him. He was like he was world class for. He was.
He's close.
He's in the Premier League 100 club. Like
he's close.
There's not many players in there. Like
he was a good goal scorer. He scored a lot of goals.
No, he's top scorer for Ireland. Like
where is he? India.
Yeah, he's been for Calcutta FC or something.
I think it was
player manager.
Was it someone like? Oh, was it him? Was he player manager? I know David James was managing the team out there.
Oh, but like striking wise, like Shane Long, it's just fucking awful. I just think he's awful.
I mean,
he's not a goal scorer.
Well, that one goal, I think he was the goal against Germany the last competitive goal he scored for Ireland.
It took him like a year to score for Southampton, and
he's not that good,
and he misses about like 8 chances a game. Like
and listen, like Daryl Horgan, like I mean, He's a decent player. I just did not know he was like 34.
We're actually got a lot of options.
34.
He is that old. I swear to God. Like,
got a lot of options.
Darryl Horgan's not 34.
I swear, no, he's like he is. He retired from international football.
Darryl Horgan.
I swear to God, he retired from Ireland. Like,
Darryl Horgan is not 34 years old. That is not true.
No, not Darryl Horgan. Darryl Murphy. What am I talking about?
Darryl Horgan. Newcastle.
Darryl Horgan in his 20s, like mid 20s.
Darryl Murphy.
Darryl Murphy's 10. I knew he was old. Jesus.
35.
Yeah, 35. Yeah,
that's
Darryl Horgan. Yeah,
different person. Like
they're both
fucking idiots.
The same thing. Darryl Horgan. He's played for Dundalk like 2 years ago. 34.
Defensively though, we have a lot of options. Like Declan Rice is coming up now, and like he's made some mistakes.
Young Hammer of the Year at West Ham.
Yeah, Hammer of the Year.
So, like.
Yeah, no, but he's a great player. Like I think, like, and then there's obviously Duffy and who's Clark was playing. Clark, he's gonna be gone soon. Jesus. Yeah, but Rice is playing Premier League football, and so is Duffy. Like,
yeah, so the thing about Irish players, the thing about Irish players, when you talk about them, I remember Kieran Clark like 5 years ago. We were talking like Kieran Clark should be the next big thing, and he's just still.
I don't remember saying that now.
Like,
It might have just been you fucking idiot.
He's a solid. He's a solid.
No, you just see players. Just as players in Ireland though, like Stephen Ward, and they're just signs of like the dark times. Like Stephen Ward played like so many games when anything went out. Like
Kieran Clark's the typical like just like
Clark,
high championship low Premier League player.
I mean, most players like John O'Shea that experience, like you know, like and Robbie obviously. Midfield, they're going to lose Wes now. James McCarthy is so on and off. Like I honestly don't know what to think with James McCarthy. Is he still
broke his
playing?
leg.
Yeah.
James McLean is the only solid player.
The thing about
James McLean is not.
The thing is, James McLean technically is actually
James,
not that great.
He's just better for Ireland.
He tends.
He plays 5 times better. He's going
for
next season. Definitely got the Celtic. Like,
on
his Instagram story today, he was like. Holding his phone, he had a Celtic jersey on watching.
So they won the league today. Actually, Celtic 5-0 against Rangers. Like
so many fans like if you type in James McLean in Twitter, like it's either like James McLean's an arsehole or like James McLean come to Celtic. Like it's either.
I think he's a legend. Like.
He's
just singing Ras songs.
Just that one goal in Cardiff.
We were in Cardiff watching LOI TV was around then. Views.
Oh no! We were thinking about like future tournaments as well. Like because we obviously can't. We were going to go to fucking hell. We were going to go to Russia. That would have made like serious. That would have been serious views. Like
would have been a few scraps out there now.
Facts, man. No, Russia would have been great to go to, but obviously organised. And then Euro 2020.
Russia organised crime by the government.
Just derailing us completely, like
derailing us.
No, so you got Russia and then you got Euro 2020, which
is all over the place. And plus, like we haven't seen our group yet, obviously, but you have the UEFA Nations League, which is like
Wales and Denmark, where me and you have both been.
Yeah. Do you remember that trip?
I can't remember.
This guy fell asleep on the Ireland match. Just a fun fact.
Fucking people dying to get tickets for that game. This guy falls asleep.
And he took a piss in the stands on someone's jacket.
No, I didn't.
Did do that? Like,
on the record. No, I didn't.
He took a shit.
On the record.
He took a shit.
Type in my name. Go for a job interview. Someone types in my name on Google. It comes up with this guy took a piss in the stands.
Took a shit on some young one's head. Like.
Come on.
Jesus, anyway, come on now. Keep it PG.
Then there's Qatar in 2022. Like if we qualify, I don't know how we're even going to get to Qatar. Like,
can you even drink in Qatar? Like,
believe you can. Like, what are you talking about? Like
they haven't even they haven't even built like not only have they not
Dubai, like
not only have they not built the stadiums, they haven't built.
I don't know, like
you can't drink in Morocco.
This is absolute tribe. Like,
not only have they not built the stadiums yet, they haven't built the cities yet for Qatar 2022.
That sounds like something that Paul was saying.
It's actually not that far away.
Paul, that's true. It's fun fact.
Paul's one who told me that.
They didn't start building the cities for Qatar.
No, they haven't. Yeah, they haven't built the city, which helps.
Paul's our resident tribe talker.
Paul's our Jamie from Joe Rogan Experience.
Get on the projector.
Yeah, but then obviously 2024. Was someone saying that Germany are talking like the Euro 2024?
Is there one that's going
that's
all
so
around,
far away?
Where's one that's going all around Europe?
Yeah,
it's
2020.
2020 is the year.
Azerbaijan to Dublin.
Just test it.
Azerbaijan.
Oh, they just test it.
It would be funny, like on the way down in Baku, like.
No, but it's shocking. Like, once you go to like our first game's in England, then our next game's in like Qatar. Like,
there's no real atmosphere.
It's in Europe, is it?
Qatar now.
Surely not. Slovenia or something like.
It's in Peru.
Yeah, so it's a bit bleak for us, like in terms of like going to tournaments and everything like that. Hopefully,
as well.
That's it.
Yeah, they're not yet built Lucial.
I told you.
Not yet built city.
Built city of Lucial.
They haven't built the city of Lucille.
There's so much things.
Allegedly,
There's so much stuff about them as well. Just they're using like Indian immigrant work.
Sorry about another cut there, but we're going to wrap things up with a little Q&A.
From the Twitter.
From the Twitter.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and hit us up next time for a Q&A. Yeah.
And if you have any recommendations for guests, let us know as well. And our producer's going to be shouting out some questions now whenever he's ready.
At Declan O'Donnell wants to know what your updated season predictions are.
Updated season predictions. Who wants to go first?
Well, I wasn't in the first video, so I'll probably go last one.
I will do. I think we'll
Griff, you go first.
Okay, so
yeah,
I don't think mine has changed.
Like
mine haven't really changed that much. I mean, still think Dundalk are going to win, even after losing against Cork. I still think they'll get out and win the league. I definitely want to rank Sligo Rovers as high as I did. I think I had them like 4th. Absolutely shocking prediction.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think in the top half it'll probably be Dundalk, then Cork. I'm not sure if Waterford will have the legs to finish in the top 3, but we'll see. So I'd say either Derry or Waterford. Then it's all kind of mid-table. Then actually Rovers, to be fair, could do a job. I think they could finish top 4. But it really depends on how long they keep Bradley, because he's really not doing that well at the moment. And then for me, relegation still Bray going down automatically in my book. And then it's probably going to be Limerick. I think. I mean, I don't know. Bows usually have a thing. I mean, they had like end of last season had a good run towards the end, and like they finished kind of they finished a safe bit away from relegation zone. I kind of still stick with that. They're kind of not doing as well as I thought they would do. I mean, I thought they'd have a better kind of squad
after they finished last season.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they kind of kick on, but I mean,
kick on.
Yeah, kick on. Yeah, and I don't know. I probably see them kind of finishing safe. But yeah, I'd say Limerick maybe 9th, and if not them, then probably Sligo. Yeah.
Do you want to go last?
Yeah, I'll just go now. I think Cork won at the weekend's huge. Obviously, I do think Dundalk they're much better defensively, and they're a bit more sure up front. They weren't really up for it the last week. I think I don't know. It's so tough to call the top, but if I had to pick a team, I'd pick Dundalk. I don't know. And then after that, I think Derry are going to push for 3rd. I think Cork should finish 2nd. It's going to be a real toss up between those two though. So it really could go either way. Like everyone knows that. And then Waterford might come 4th. I think Rovers are going to slip down to 6th. I think Pats are going to push up, because I actually was really impressed by Pats when we went to see them. They were playing against a Waterford team that wasn't as good. They just let these results slip away, and they're missing something up front. Maybe they can pick it up in summer and really improve them. But I think Pats are actually a lot better than the people make them out to be. Bows, I think, will keep where they are in 7th. Maybe push up to 6th. I can't see them pushing ahead of Rovers because Rovers just have more money and everything. Like just I don't know. And then 8th, I think it's going to be Sligo. And then 9th Limerick. So Limerick in that playoff place, and then Brighton got them down automatically. Like I can't see them finishing anywhere else. It would take a miraculous recovery. Limerick, I think, are the only team I could see out of the 3 teams that I could finish 9th, which would probably be Bows, Limerick, and Sligo. Limerick are probably the only team I can see losing the playoffs. I don't think Bows will lose the playoff because of their following they have, and Sligo the same, and the money and everything. I think but I could easily see.
It's such a shame if Bows
awful.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, maybe if Shells went up, okay. Well, like I would not like to see Bows go down. Yeah, I don't think they will lose a playoff. But I could definitely see Limerick going down. Like they're just I don't know. Like when I saw them, they just weren't really up for it. Like, a few disappointing results, but then they get those games away at Bray, like they grind those in the. But yeah, I think if anyone's gonna go down in the playoff game, it's gonna be Limerick, and I can't see Sligo or Bows losing that game. What do you think?
I went at the start of the season with Cork to win the league, and I'm going to stick by that. 100%. I'm very confident that they will. I don't think Dundalk have enough up front. Pat Hoban is a poacher. He's very good at scoring tap-ins, but there's something missing up in the final third for Dundalk. Because even when they had dominating spells in the first half of Cork, they never made a clear-cut opportunity. Cork, on the other hand, the fact that they can bring Carl Shepherd, Kieran Sadlier off the bench, whichever one they have, shows they have such strength and depth up top.
I just think Cork have lost some of the big games. Like they obviously lost away at Royal Park. It's a tough game, obviously. Yeah. And then Waterford as well. I think
they'll get both of them back. They obviously got Dundalk back already. I think they'll get Waterford back. I think they
will. I think they will be.
I think they'll beat Waterford out there as well. I think or at least get a draw.
I think maybe they'll just find their feet. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think Cork. I fancy Cork to go on and win. I think
it's kind of two ways.
I think it definitely.
Yeah.
I think
it's a lot better than last year.
I can see. Yeah, it's a lot better. But I do see them. The top two drifting off towards the end. I see them having a bit of a gap between the top two, and I do think Cork will win it in the end.
Third place.
Because I think Dundalk, Ronan Murray was a lot made of him, and he's I don't know where he. I don't know if he's even scored a goal yet.
Further off.
I don't know.
Then third. Because the thing is, it's still a long way to go, and Rovers do have the players to turn things around. Obviously, they've had a bit of a tough run.
Graham Burke, especially.
Graham Burke's really quality. Brandon Muley hasn't really got going yet.
Daniel Carr was actually quite good.
Daniel Carr seems okay.
He came off injured though.
He's an athletic. He's back. Athletic forward. Really describe him as that.
Quite powerful.
Pacey, powerful. Trevor Clark, massive miss for the rest of the season. He just has that. Like he has a lovely strike, and he scored a few class goals there last
I
season.
haven't seen Sean Boyd in ages though. I don't know.
Sean Boyd,
he's probably not up
good out for
it.
I don't know.
We'll see.
He's a lad on the
Because I mean, for the Bowes game, I saw him walking in with the fans and all. Like, it's just a bit. Because like you even saw him like when he scored against Bowes, you're like, oh, that's the start of his career.
Yeah.
Like you never know. He's like, but I don't know. Maybe hopefully they'll prove us wrong. But because they have a lot of players that are ahead of them in the pecking order. So
yeah, definitely.
To be fair, they got serious. Like, I mean, you're trying to get into the team again ahead of Graham Burke, who's having an unbelievable season so far. He used to play at Aston Villa, and then he never really got to break into the team.
Yeah.
And I mean, like he just scores a lot of goals. I mean, he's Shamrock Rovers. I think he could be the top goal scorer in the league.
I think he is. He hasn't gone well, but he scores a few hat tricks and stuff like that. They have Daniel Carr obviously, and then have Gary Shaw. So there's two strikers ahead of him in the pecking order.
Do you see them coming third though? Do they can turn around that much?
Because Derry are fine for him. I could.
Obviously, it's early days and it's not that far.
I think I had Waterford in 5th or 6th, and I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up there.
They won't get relegated anyway.
I like Courtney Duffus up front. I think he's a bit of a poacher.
But he just looks so lost without Harry though.
Yeah,
in that game against
Harry is crucial. I suppose Bora.
Because what happens if he gets injured or something like that? They're going to slip so much, It's just you can't rely on one player like that. Like when you see Cork and all the depth in their team. Like 3
to 5 is a toss up between Waterford, Derry, Shamrock Rovers, but I don't think either team will go down further or higher than what they're expecting. On current form, Derry will be third, but I could see them having a little slippery patch as well.
Yeah.
I like the Hale brothers, both two young good players. Aaron McAnuff is quality. Then Waterford obviously have Harry and Abora. I'd love to see Waterford with Harry and Abora in their team. That'll give me more of an idea of what they're like. Shamrock Rovers, I've saw it against Bowes and they were horrendous. But
what do you think, kind of bottom half
relegation? I think Bowes are safe. I like Pats as well. I could nearly see Pats get into the top 5.
That's what I said. Yeah, I think Pats will slip go ahead of Rovers. But
Pats have a nice little team. They're building.
Obviously, I don't know.
They have a few poor results, but even like bringing Owen Garvin off the bench and Conan Byrne off the bench, it shows they do have the quality and they've a couple of fans and everything. Nice young players as well.
I don't know. They just locked that up from like Fagan's going to pass.
Fagan's injury prone and everything. If he was fully fit for the full season, they'd be in the top half. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
If he was firing and all cylinders.
Relegation. Got to be
Bray obviously automatically, and then toss up with. I'd like to see Limerick because I think they'd lose the playoff, and I'd like to see Galway and Shells both going up this season. That's why I'd like.
Well, I think UCD are going to go.
I think UCD will go up, yeah. But
that would be weird. To be honest,
so destroying because there's just no fans. There's no
atmosphere there.
It's shy. But I think Limerick will come 9th. I think Sligo, Reece McCabe is a good player, so I think he'll keep them up.
Okay, next question. Right, Luke.
Question? That was a fucking long answer.
Yeah, with a long answer. Yeah.
Great question from Declan.
Cheers, Declan.
This is a strange one now. At Gaynor Dryshout wants to know if girls are coming or ha 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 ha.
I don't think the
next game.
Our girls coming, or I believe we are ending up in Joe's by the end of the night.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
Gibney's then Joe's perhaps. We'll see.
There's your answer.
Good question here from @PaulMXDI. He wants to know what happened with Robbie Benson.
Good friend of the channel.
What happened with Robbie Benson?
Where do we begin with this question? Yeah, it's actually been brewing over. Andy Ford, shout out to you. It's been brewing over.
Yeah.
Great fan, Andy Ford.
We're saying the Easter egg shop, like.
Yeah.
Started off by saying what we have to say is no reflection on Dundalk as a club.
What a fans.
Yeah. But we had a poor encounter with Robbie Benson.
Yeah, well,
it was disappointing.
We approached him in the wrong way.
We
didn't. Jack did.
After the Sligo game, we got a few post-game reactions. We just drifted it. We were just going to go to the Easter egg shop, just pick up some breakfast and stuff in the morning, because we were staying in
we were not buying a bottle of vodka either.
Yeah, we tried to buy a bottle of vodka, but it was 10:05. They wouldn't let us buy it.
It was 1 minute past 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fucking
anyway,
joke. We went. We stood outside the shop. As we were leaving, we actually saw about 10 Dundalk players strong to the shop. You know, obviously, some high league players aren't that recognisable, but Robbie Benson has that smug look about him. Because Robbie Benson is actually my favourite player in the league.
Very. This has nothing to do with his talent.
He's a childhood hero.
But
grew up watching Robbie Benson.
He's a very good player.
I think because it was about 10 of them walked in, and we were we won't get them.
Yeah, because you don't want to ask someone and be just not even know their name. So then we saw Robbie Benson. Because some of them were reserve players. Then we saw Robbie Benson coming out. Oh, we saw him going in, so we waited outside, and we kind of we were obviously very nervous, because we didn't want to make a fool of ourselves. These are some big time players here, no. Oh, and
I don't think it was particularly us. It was the fact. Okay.
We also sent our fucking worst
Jack O'Brien from the channel. If he's on the channel anymore, we're not sure. But
that's actually borderline autistic.
Borderline autistic.
We can't say
that.
He might be on the spectrum though. All the same.
Yeah. But he went up to him and asked him if he could get a picture just for the.
Kind of ran up on him.
We didn't even ask him for an interview for anything like that, because we got an interview with Rafael Cortaro earlier on in the evening. And then he went up to Benson and was saying Benson and Hedges and was saying
Jesus Christ,
Robbie, come on, Robbie, and he asked him, can we have a picture for Instagram for LOI TV, and obviously Robbie Benson isn't going to have a clue what LOI TV is, so he probably phrased the question in the wrong way.
And there was 5 lads
just standing around him,
just looking at him.
I don't want to name who it was, because alright, so basically this was that Benson listened to what our friend said to him, looked at him, gave him a dirty look, and just walked off.
Yeah, he turned around and digged us in the face and shit. He actually shit in
it. He gave us a dirty look.
He actually shit in our cameraman's mouth.
Walked off.
Oh my god.
He walked off laughing, and he was with, I don't know quote the name, but I think it was Sean Gannon he was with, and Sean Gannon kind of made a joke about it.
I don't think it was Gannon.
It was Gannon. I'm pretty sure it was. And obviously that's name drop. I'm not sure if it was him, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Let's just drop his name anyway.
Yeah, drop his name anyway.
Not sure if it was, but I think it was his name.
And he just kind of made a joke about it to him or something. It was just weird. It was just a weird encounter. They just weren't nice at all. They're really nasty about it or something.
They were nasty. They were just standoffish. I understand that. I don't know.
To be fair, on Robbie's behalf, there was Robbie. there was 6 or 5 or 6 lads just standing around looking at him, and then you have Jack's a bit special.
You might have thought we were Sligo Rovers fans as well. Jack's
a bit special. And the way he said, he was like, "Do you mind actually just taking a photo for our YouTube?" And Robbie was kind of looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
He was trying to get back to his bus as well, but at the same time, prick.
He was trying to get back to his bus, but wasn't that buzz
And that's no reflection. That's no reflection to the Dundalk FC or the club or the fans. It's just Robbie. Robbie, we know what you did. We know what you did, Robbie.
The thing is, we'd actually love if Robbie, you're going to come on the channel and defend yourself or make a statement. We'd love to give you.
Oh no, we have to move on. We have to move on.
Okay.
We have to move on before
we're getting emotional. We're getting emotional.
I'm going to say something I regret.
No, we'd love to if you want to come on the channel and defend yourself. Next question.
Speaking of Jack O'Brien,
shout that out there. I can't really quite hear you.
Speaking of Jack O'Brien,
yeah.
As Yagalak, he wants to know who is the Joker in the dressing room.
Oh, it's got to be Plop.
Our cameraman / editor. Paul Sheridan.
God, he just comes out.
That guy's a messer.
These one-liners. He's just an absolute liability. He's just a bit too reckless for me. He just
on the dance floor. I don't know where he's gonna end up.
Yeah, guy's crazy.
He's neat, and he's also just knee deep in clunge every time. That's all I can say about that. Yeah.
No. To be fair, he's a lovely bloke. No, to be fair, we all. I feel like we all get on well. We all bounce off each other, and we all. No, we do.
We know each other. I don't really get on with Griff. To be fair,
like we all have good cracking matches and all. So
fuck Jack O'Brien as well.
That's the thing, like that's what it's so good. This channel has given us the opportunity because we're all mates. I mean, like college and work and stuff. Like we don't spend so much time with each other, but this is kind of giving us a chance every Friday night.
Just stop you right there.
In a few.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, let's go on.
This is a chance.
this podcast is just fallen into the darkest depths. Jesus.
That was good. Come on, that was good.
This is a chance, okay? Because it's a chance to meet up on a Friday night and just have a bit of crack, a few pints, and that's the thing. Like you should, like if you're watching this and you don't go, if you're watching this video and you don't go to Irish matches.
No, you're dead right. Yeah.
Like it's great chance. No, it is.
Like, it's much better because like a lot of people do like. Well, before had the channel, like you go out to like the local and just sit there and just drink pints. It was fucking miserable. But now we have something to actually
we drink pints and watch football.
Yeah. No, it's one of the most successful.
No, it's much more enjoyable. Like
now we have the fastest growing League of Ireland YouTube channel, so we're delighted.
The fastest growing YouTube channel.
Next question.
We've got one here from Beluga Hamill.
Beluga Hamill.
Is Griff single?
Is Griff single? I don't know.
Under special circumstances.
Moving on.
We'll move on quickly there. Mr. Meany wants to know which is your favourite club?
At Fister Meany, our favourite club. We are neutral. Like even when we were at the Cork game, there was a little Dundalk fan, and it was a little Cork fan. He thought we were Dundalk fans. He was about 7.
No, the other chap.
Oh, the other fella, yeah.
7-year-old, he was guarded.
You start telling them we were Dundalk fans because we had like Dublin accents. Like, well, it's that's annoying because like now other people come up to us and like, are you Dundalk fan TV or something? It's like no, like we're literally are neutral. But like it's like obviously we're from Dublin, so like it's easier for us. It's easier for us to get to games like Bows and then like even if Pats get promoted, but like not Pats, Shells get promoted. We used to get to them. But like we don't actually follow anyone because we weren't really into the league that much before. I
personally, because I went to matches when I was a kid, I went to all the Shelburne games.
Yeah.
And spent half of my family or whatever. And it was nice. It was like that, like all the aunties, uncles, all the cousins, everything. It was like 20 of us would go to the Shelburne games and everything was good. Like not 20, that's an absolute exaggeration, but no, it's even to see
tree.
Shelburne at that time though, the team was incredible. It was Joey Endo, Jason Byrne,
Joey Endo was 42 yesterday.
Legends of the League of Ireland playing for that team. No wonder they couldn't keep that wage bill up. Like they went to land themselves into the ground money wise, but just for that couple of years it was incredible. Drawn with Deportivo, and I think they drew 0-0 Slide Bucharest, drew 2-0 Deportivo. This is like some big results, obviously for the League of Ireland side. It's this first time I've ever seen an Irish side in Europe, or whatever. Yeah. So
I'd personally say Bows. I just like Bows.
It's because it's good to go to the Bows games. You always get a good reaction. Fans are good fans and everything. Like I really enjoyed my experience in Cork. Like it's a really good, really good club as well.
We haven't been to all the teams yet, so we might change your hands.
True.
Oh yeah.
Next question.
The last question is from @Sean O'Connor Music. Big shout out.
Big shout out.
Shout out to Soccer.
He wants to know who was that melt who jabbed at the end of the last video.
He's asking about himself.
That's a funny question. It's a funny question because it's about him.
What a fucking loser.
If you watch, because that's the thing, I don't think people actually, they see our outro and they click off. We usually have bloopers at the end of our video, so stay tuned for them. This is usually my part.
We got a bit off towards the end, but I think listen, if you've made it this far, I mean, you're probably one of like 10 people, so fair play.
10? That's fucking ambitious.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we do want to try, like, obviously this is our first attempt at this, obviously, hopefully you enjoyed it, but
we're new to this.
Try to get better with it as time goes on. Hopefully you enjoyed it, the different like Q&A and stuff like that. Like, anyway, we want to get more questions off proper fans and stuff.
I mean, real fans. They were real questions.
But we want to. If you have recommendations, I've probably said this before. We've had recommendations for guests, or if you want to come on, like.
Or if you want to get involved, just tweet at us, like, because we're like, even at any time, just tweet at us. We want to save your questions.
We want to be really interactive with fans and stuff.
It actually saves us so much hassle as well. If we have a fan, like we had, Andy? Adam or whatever? The guy from Shells. He messaged us, and it was like, can we meet you at half time? And I was like, absolutely. It just saves us a lot of hassle trying to have to be like, yeah, do you want an interview and like grabbing
because
people.
we're literally standing out in the thing, just hold that microphone.
Exactly. So if you do want an interview, just literally just give us a text on Twitter or Instagram. We don't really use Facebook.
Like we have Jack McBain, like those lads, like they come at every Bowls game. They always text us. Like we went to Rovers, and all they were texting us. We didn't like have to get them in the end, but like they're always there.
Yeah.
And like they're really good. Like they
bang on,
like people love it. Like I don't know. Like it's good. Yeah. If you want to get involved though, like we just hit up on social
And if
media.
you have any ideas for what we should do next in terms of more videos, I mean, we did the Sport and Fingal video. That was kind of a one-off thing, as a kind of a tester video, and people reacted really well to it. So if you want to see more videos like that, I mean, like,
What's up?
Ask us.
Yeah, really want to get more interactive with yous. Please.
With all five of you.
I want to get digital.
Please make sure to like if you've friends out in League of Ireland that don't know about us, please make sure to let them know. Hit the like button on this if you want, or the dislike button.
No, don't encourage. Like, don't hit the dislike. Straight down.
Subscribe, obviously, 100%. That's what we want you to do. We want to try and hit 1,000 as soon as we can. And share this video around. Maybe not this video. Maybe one of our other ones.
Not this video.
Maybe share one of our other ones. But it's been fun. We like this kind of environment as well. We can have a laugh and stuff like that. And
drink coffee.
And
Thanks.
Subscribe
and peace.
Glass.